challenge is I see a lot of those people today and I go, so how much money did you save? Because we bought nice cars, we bought nice homes. While you're making money and while you're building your business and you're trying to become financially independent. I always wanted to try to become financially independent. Got out of college, I went back home, felt like a loser, wasn't making money. The system was corrupt, the system was bad. The insurance business, high profit. The crazy thing is I see a lot of people, they talk about making a lot of money. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money out there. The challenge is keeping it. So you could make a lot of money, but can you keep all of that money? I saw a lot of people through the years, they had, they were in real estate or they were in some sort of business that did real well. The challenge is I see a lot of those people today and I go, so how much money did you save during that time? And they said, well, not a lot, because we bought nice cars, we bought nice homes, and of course all those cars were taken away. Most of the homes are foreclosed on, and so they don't live there anymore. And I'm thinking, like, I just don't get it. While you're making money and while you're building your business and you're trying to become financially independent, because the key word is financial independence, is you're not just trying to make money just to try to make money. To me, I always wanted to try to become financially independent, because if I became financially independent, I could have freedom. And I was kind of always, really after freedom. I mean, at 21 years old, I don't know why, but I figured it out. At 21 years old, I didn't like the system. I thought the system was broke. I went to college for a little while, never graduated. I hurt my knee real bad playing baseball, and I got out of playing, or got out of college. I went back home, felt like a loser, wasn't making money, had a little $7 an hour job, and I said, you know what, something's got to give, something's got to change. I got to do something different, and I got into business. And so, from early on, I had this notion that, the system was corrupt, the system was bad. I don't trust banks, I don't trust the government, I don't trust the educational system. And so, from that deep distrust, what I did was I ventured out on my own to try to build financial independence. And so what I did, number one, is I found a business that could generate a lot of passive income. And of course, if you know me, I've been in financial services for a lot of years, and financial services is an incredible place to build a lot of passive income. I mean, of course, investments, as I sell and market investments, that's all passive, reoccurring income through the years to me. I mean, I'm still getting paid on business that I did 20 years ago. That's pretty incredible. And of course, in the insurance business, it's a high profit business that never goes out of style. It's not economy driven. Sometimes people buy a lot of things when the economy's going good, but when the economy goes bad, they stop buying those things. And of course, insurance is not an economy-driven business. So step number one is you got to find the right business. That's the key, is finding the right place to build a lot of income. Because of course, you're not going to save $1 million if you don't bring in a lot of cash flow, a lot of money. So, because I always thought about profit. I always thought about being profitable. If I wasn't profitable, then what's the point of me doing this? I mean, if at the end of the year I have nothing, extra, then I save nothing, then basically I just work to work. And so at one point in my life, number two, I saved my money. I started investing very, very heavily. I mean, there was a point where I was investing 60% of my income. I was investing every single month, and of course on an annual basis as well. So that was my goal. That was my focus, is to invest, and make sure that I tracked my investments. Most of my investments were through the stock market. And, there was years that I was making, 50%, 80%, 100% a year over year. Not every year, but there was a lot of years that I had really, really great returns. And so when I was investing large sums of money, I was making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. And I was investing 60% of my income. And on top of that, getting incredible rates of return. I mean, obviously, That's how our money jumped so fast. That's how we saved $1 million before, by 28 years old. And so, people ask me that question. So number one, right, just to kind of recap, number one, you got to make a lot of money. And number two, you got to invest a lot of money. And I can show you how to do both of those things. I mean, look, I'm not here to sell you anything. This is not a sales pitch or anything like that. This is just, I'm just trying to let you know that it's all possible. It's real and it's doable. Thank you for watching our short clips on Alonzo Academy. If you'd like to watch the next short clip, click here.